go ahead and proclaim it right now. Declare it in the atmosphere that 2022 is going to be one of the best years of your life, despite of COVID, despite of financial difficulties. Honey, we're believing God this year that things is just going to be better. Do you hear me? So I'm glad you all tuned in once again. If you have not subscribed to this channel, I need you to stop what you're doing and hit that subscribe button right now, okay? Hit the little bell button so you can get all notifications for videos when I post them immediately, so you'll know what's coming out of Neoville. And so, because it's such a tradition of so many American families that you're supposed to eat black-eyed peas on New Year's to have a good year. Of course, I don't believe that, honey. I believe you either blessed or you cursed. But anyway, just to go with tradition and, you know, people wanting to know how to cook black-eyed peas. Very simple recipe, you guys. Very simple. So that's what I'm going to be doing on today is black-eyed peas. Now, for my ingredients, I have 2 pounds of black-eyed peas. I have an onion. I have minced garlic. I have chicken bouillon, or you can use chicken stock. I have smoked turkey, and to give it an extra smokiness, we have liquid smoke and we have smoked paprika. And of course, salt and pepper goes without saying, guys. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. All I need y'all to do is sit back, relax, honey. Get ready to enjoy this next year. Honey, 2022. I like them 2 twos, honey. That's double agreement. Do you hear me? So whatever you believe in God for, honey, he's doubling. He said, I'm going to cause man to agree, and I'm going to agree. He said, I'll give you favor, not only with me, but I'll give you favor with man. Y'all don't want me preaching up in here. Honey, I feel something in the palm, in the veins, in the skin, my facial hairs. Don't tell nobody I got facial hairs. My facial hairs is popping up on my face because I believe something big is going to happen despite of what we are going through. So sit back, stay tuned for this next video. Okay, guys, so we are back with our 2 pounds of black-eyed peas, and we did have them. I picked them. Let me show you what I found in them when I picked them. You guys see that? That is a corn that was inside the black-eyed peas. That's why you always want to pick your black-eyed peas or your pinto beans or navy beans. Anything that, any type of beans that you get in a bag and you're cooking them yourselves, you always want to make sure you go through them so you don't find any foreign objects. Sometimes you can find little bitty rocks that they did not get out during the process when they were cleaning them. But what I'm getting ready to do, and like I said, this is 2 pounds, and what I'm getting ready to do, I'm going to rinse these a couple of times. Then I'm going to fill this up with water and let it set overnight. You do not have to do this process. You can pick them, clean them, rinse them off, stick them in a crock pot with all your seasonings and your meat that you're going to use, or even if you're not going to use any meat. You can put them in your crock pot just like they are. Put them on a slow cook or a high cook for 4 to 8 hours. It's up to you. And just let them cook. But this process helps them cook faster when you soak them overnight, because they'll swell up and be softer. They won't be hard as they are now. So let me rinse these and fill it up with water, and I'll show you how much water I'm going to leave in these to put in the fridge overnight. Okay, guys, we are back. And as you see, we rinsed our beans, and we put about this much water to cover the beans, because as I said before, these beans are going to swell up as you keep them in the fridge overnight. And once, I would say 8 to 9 hours, so basically overnight, when we pull these out in the morning, you will see that these beans will have become bigger, and a lot of the water is going to go down. You may not even see any water on top because of the way the beans are going to swell up. So we'll be back in the morning to show you our beans and get them cooked. I'm still trying to decide if I want to do them on top of the stove in my Dutch oven, or do I want to do these in my crock pot. Either way, I'll give you the instructions on how to do both. The crock pot is super easy. You just throwing everything in the pot, honey, and leaving and coming back 4 to 8 hours, depending on if you put your crock pot on high or low. Now, the oven is a little bit different the way I do them on top of the stove. So, like I said, I'll make a decision by the time in the morning how I want to show you these, how I want to show you how I cook these, and then we'll go from there. So stay tuned. We'll be back later. Okay, guys, so we are back, and as you see, we let our beans soak overnight, and they have doubled in size. So what I'm getting ready to do is go ahead and drain this water, and then we'll prepare. I decided I'm going to do them in the crock pot because, honey, we had church last night, watching the new year come in, honey, and we didn't get in till like after 3 in the morning. So I'm going to do it the lazy way because I'm tired. And guys, Happy New Year, if I hadn't said it yet. So let's go ahead and get these drained, and then we'll get our crock pot ready, and honey, get these New Year black eyed peas going. So stay tuned. Okay, guys, so we have drained our beans, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And as you see, we have some turkey necks that we want to add to our crock pot. Cut and break that. And like I said before, you can add any meat that you like to season your beans. We're also going to add in our onion, and we chopped up our onion. We're also going to add about 2 tablespoons of our chicken bouillon, and also 2 tablespoons of our minced garlic. And if you're only doing 1 pound, you can use the bouillon cubes. Well, you can use the bouillon cubes, whether you're doing 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, doesn't matter. But for 1 pound, I would use 2 bouillon cubes if you're going that route. If not, you're probably going to do the chicken broth, and you'll just fill it up. Use your chicken broth to cover your beans to help give it more flavor. I'm also going to add in about a tablespoon of smoked paprika. And this just, you know, it'll give these beans that real good smoky flavor. I'm going to add about 2 drops of liquid smoke. And this smells like smoked pork, like ham hock and things. So that's why I use this, because it gives the food a really good flavor when you're not using pork. All right, guys, and that's pretty much it. Now we're just going to throw our beans in. And see, 2 pounds, this is kind of a large crock pot. This is not one of those small ones. And 2 pounds of beans, whether it be black eyed peas, pinto beans, navy beans, they fit perfectly in this. Whether you let them swell overnight or if you just throw them in there. So, but we're gonna go ahead and cover this with water, guys, and then get this in our crock pot. I'm just kind of mixing everything around. And I'm going to put this in the crock pot on a high heat for about 5 hours. I will come back in 2.5 hours, guys, to see if it needs more water. Most of the time, when I'm doing beans in this crock pot, this is pretty much kind of all the water it needs. But I've not did black eyed peas in the crock pot. And also, if you wanted to do black eyed peas on top of the stove, you would put in your onions, saute your onions. Then you'll add your meat and let it come to a boil. Whatever meat that you're using. Sometimes I'll let my meat boil for an hour before I even add any beans. And I do also do that with any greens I'm cooking, whether it be collards, turnips, mustard, or all three together, honey. But then you would go back and add your beans and your seasonings. Let it come back up to a boil. Then turn it down on a low simmer when you're doing it on the stove and let it cook for about 4 hours. But you want to keep checking it to make sure you don't need to add any water. So we're going to get this in the crock pot. I'm going to set this on high for about 4 to 5 hours, and we'll come back at halfway point to let you see what it's done. And after that, honey, we'll let it cook all the way through, and we'll show you the finished product. So we'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so we are back. Our beans have been in the crock pot now for over 4 hours. As you can see, they are done, honey. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of mix that meat up. It's tender, so that meat can fall off of that turkey neck and into the beans. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe. I want to tell you again, Happy New Year. Have a blessed one. Whatever you wanted this year, honey, claim it, speak it, declare it. It's yours for the asking, okay? And remember, you are more than a conqueror through Christ Jesus. And one more thing, like I tell you always, baby, it's your kitchen. Do what you want. You all have a blessed one.